A personal trainer from Deep River, Connecticut, and he's running the entire Marine Corps Marathon completely backwards. Good morning, Mike. Now, I read that you were trying to break the world record for running a marathon backwards. Is that right?
Well, that's correct, and it's going to be a long, hard race for me to accomplish that, but we're going to give it one heck of a shot. My message out there and why I'm doing this is to help save American lives. Learn it, then live it.
And you teach it, right? And as we know, you being a personal trainer, forget about the money that you spend on the diet pills and the quick fixes. Everybody needs a pair of running shoes.
Get out there every day, empower yourself to change your life from within, and it will change your whole aspect and outlook in everything you do in life.
As Tony Terzi reports, one personal trainer from Deep River is taking a rather backwards approach to getting his message out.
Mike Henderson, a personal trainer from Deep River, is among the thousands training for Sunday's Marine Corps Marathon in Washington. Only he'll be running the entire 26.2 miles backwards.
The training for this has been 3 times harder than anything else I've had to train for, and that includes an Ironman. Everything hurts on me, from my toes to my teeth.
With this approach, Mike's hoping to gain national attention for his plan to help end America's ongoing Battle of the Bulge.
We are the fattest nation on earth. 6 out of every 10 child is now obese. 300,000 Americans have already died this year alone due to obesity-related issues. That's insane.
And healthcare costs for those 300,000 people reach over $100 billion. In Mike's new book, Ignorance is Not Fat-Free, he talks about how he can save Americans $170 billion in healthcare costs.
In my book, I've designed a way to re-educate money from the Department of Education, our healthcare providers, the President's Council on Physical Fitness, and the basic general public to work as a cohesive team so healthcare costs would be lowered and less people would be dying.
Speaking of books, Mike is hoping to backpedal into the record books. The world record for running a marathon backwards, 3 hours, 45 minutes, and 18 seconds. In Cromwell, Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News at 10.
Think about that. Imagine running backwards for 3.5 hours.
The technique looks the same as running forward.
Oh, exactly. Maybe there'll be a sport like NASCAR. The cars will go backwards.
You lose a lot of weight running a marathon backwards, I guess.
You would.
Good for him. Motivated.
Thanks very much.
A Deep River man is taking things one step further.
As New Channel 8's Trisha Tasky tells us, the fitness fanatic is attempting to do something only one other man has ever done before.
So when I'm on the road and I'm running, I usually go in the middle of the line early in the morning where there's less cars. My biggest problem is the police. The police are always wondering if I'm nuts.
Nuts because he's running backwards in the middle of the road at 3 o'clock in the morning. You see, Mike Henderson is training to run a marathon backwards. That's 26.2 miles in reverse.
It is going to be grueling. It's very hard. I've been training for about a year.
Every day, Henderson is up before 3 a.m. to run. Then he puts in hours at the gym on intense workouts that are tough even for this personal trainer, former martial artist, and 7-time marathon runner.
When you run, you normally land on your heel and you push off with your toes. You're using your quadriceps, your buttocks, your shoulders, and your abdominals. I'm doing everything opposite. So I had to retrain my body over a year's time frame. My shins, my knees, my hips, even my hair hurts.
So why is Henderson doing this? Well, he wants to get his point out about just how important health and fitness is. He's already written a book about it, but he feels that's not quite enough. So he wants to make a statement. And what better way to do that than run a marathon backwards?
We're going to get it done. And we're going to get it done to get my message out there that if I can do this, then you have absolutely no excuse not to learn fitness and go forward in a more positive light.
Henderson says millions of Americans don't do any exercise, and the nation spends billions of dollars on fad diets and exercise gimmicks. His book teaches people how to get back to the basics of health and exercise. Now he can't wait to just get back to the basics of his life.
I will never do this. Do you hear me? I will never do this again, ever.
Trisha Tasky, News Channel 8.
Looks very difficult. Usually it takes Henderson 3.5 hours to run a marathon. He expects this one will take him about 5.5. The marathon is this Sunday in Washington. If you'd like more information about Henderson or his book, you can log on to our website at WTNH.com and get connected from there.
There are so many athletic records out there, including the one set by the Boston Red Sox earlier in the week when they rallied back from 3-0 down against the Yankees to move to the World Series. Not that I'm trying to bust your chops here, Mike, a Yankees fan. That had never been done before, and we're pretty darn sure nobody has ever finished a 26-mile marathon by running in reverse. Mike Henderson is set to run the Marine Marathon later this month backward in Virginia. Mike is the author of a book called Ignorance is Not Fat-Free. So you're going to run a marathon backward. Do you start at the finish line and then go in reverse?
That's probably the only way I can get it done at this point in time.
People ask you stupid questions like that, don't they?
I have been getting more questions for the past year in my training. It's been crazy, Kevin.
Okay, so you're running down the street, though, backward, and somebody drives by and says, hey, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, I get it all the time. The worst is when they come up and they beep the horn at you. They say, you're going the wrong way. Like, well, I don't think I know that.
As if you don't know that.
Yeah, right.
Connecticut boy.
Yes.
Born and raised?
Absolutely.
Whereabouts?
Started off in Madison, Connecticut, along the shore. And then years later moved out to Deep River, along the Connecticut shore. Very nice area.
Okay, Yankees territory. You know, if you moved a little bit north or a little bit northeast, you could actually get away with becoming a Red Sox fan.
We had to bring that up today, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm not going to let you go on that one. Well, why run a marathon backward? What's the point behind it?
The enormous expense of sneakers has been killing me. So I wear them out so much going forward, I decided to go backwards to keep them
You're
longer.
funny, though. But really, you had to have a gig. You wanted to get attention. You had to have a novelty to what you're doing.
Right.
So why run a marathon backward?
There are three ways that I see it to get attention in the media and get my message. I have a message out to the mass media in with the book, and then a last and further step we're trying to go. You need to be a celebrity, wealthy, or as Lance Armstrong puts it, a hero. And a hero is defined as somebody who has a lot of self-sacrifice to help others.
Okay, and you're on your way. What are you trying to accomplish aside from just getting more attention and having a novelty act? You want to inspire people to have better fitness. That's what it comes down to.
Yes.
We've seen the expanding waistlines of America, and you know in the healthcare industry working in that, some of the problems that result from that, because obesity is the #1 preventable cause of death.
Number one. Remember that. Our #1 nation's epidemic. It has now taken 300,000 people last year alone. That's up 13% from the year previous and up 20% from the year previous to that. The extensive research that I've done, Kev, is all in my book. Is all what I'm trying to portray out to the American public is stop the nonsense. Stop. We spent, as American consumers, you, me, and just anybody else, $70 billion last year. That's up from $65 billion the year previous, and so on and such, to get on fad diets, gyms, or the fancy equipment that you see. No.
They don't work.
No.
And the research really backs it up. They may work for a short time, but in the end, what it comes down to is better, sensible eating and working out.
Simple things. Simple things, like on my cover of my book is an apple. What's an apple? An apple's simple. Let's get back to the basics.
Sustenance.
Thank
and not
you.
so much like the gluttony that we've gotten ourselves into.
Oh my. And
you like to eat, don't you? I mean, you have to work. Is it easy for you? Do you struggle like the rest of us?
No, and that's the point. It's not the point that we need to educate ourselves, re-educate ourselves. My trademark and motto is fitness. Learn it, then live it. And I don't say diet. Diet's a 4-letter word for failure. What we need to do is moderation. We don't need the fancy low carb, low fat, just moderation across the line. There's no reason why to go out and have a beer. There's no reason why you can't have a pizza. Chocolate.
Thank you. I feel so much better.
Well, yeah, me too. There's no reason. What we need to do is just to slow it down a bit. Once a week. Do you know right now there's 88 million Americans over the age of 14 that do zero activity as far as physical
No, I believe you. And a lot of people would say that's part the media's fault. We have all these electronic games. It's like when you and I were growing up, parents would open the door and say, get out.
Get out.
Create your fun. And that was exercise.
Right.
How hard is it to run a marathon backward? And why is it harder than just running forward?
Your body is meant to do one thing, go forwards. Not sideways, not backwards, not up and down, forwards. This is one of the most grueling physical activities I've ever done.
Where does it hurt your body more than any place else?
My knees right now. I just went in for my second cortisone shot to help me get through this race. My knees take the brunt of it.
How about the calves?
Oh, actually,
Get a little burn in there.
The shins take it the most because you're impacting on
Shin
there.
splints, really?
Shins, yeah.
Okay.
It's grueling.
Good luck to you. You got to come back and let us know how you did.
I certainly will. Great.
Mike is the author of Ignorance is Not Fat Free. He's running in the marathon next Saturday, and we'll keep you up to date on that.
Nutritionist and physical trainer Mike Henderson joins us now to give us some helpful tips about beating the Thanksgiving bulge. And the last time we saw Mike, he was getting ready to run a marathon backwards. How'd that go?
Oh, it went great. We survived. We're lucky just for that point. As you know, I came on to promote that, and it went well. My son, who was there to help me through it, 9 years old. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be back there running.
I see pictures.
Yeah,
so he's telling you, Dad, look out, there's somebody in your path?
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of it, where I just about broke down. I think that's about the 26th mile right before I came over. And
gosh.
He's keeping up with me because my knee broke down about the 10-mile mark.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was a tough time, but we had a lot of fun. Yeah, there's another one. The lady over there with the green shirt saying there's a nut.
There's a crazy man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good that you achieved that goal and you finished, and look at you. You did get through.
Yeah, we got some tremendous, there's coming across the line, 7 hours it took me. It was a long day. We predicted about 3 hours, but because my knee broke out, it took 7 hours. It was a long, tiring day.
Well, congratulations
Thank you.
on finishing.
Thank you.
My
Appreciate
goodness, that's incredible. Let's talk about Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
Are you going big tomorrow?
Yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to actually put a deep-fried turkey in there, and we're going to go with a lot of alcohol and fattening foods and just go all out, I think. No, of course not. We're gonna go the normal like everybody else does, but we're just gonna scale back, our portions a bit and scale back the way I cook it. Just kind of a low fattening way to go through it,
Okay, well, first of all, you're going to scale back on the amount of alcohol you consume, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because
no, go ahead.
Well, having if you have it only during your main meal, you say try mixing in 8 ounces of water after each alcoholic drink. That's good advice.
Yeah, and you want to do is smaller portions and stay away from anything that's fried. Another helpful tip is a different ingredients when you're cooking, like use whipped butter opposed to a whole butter, skim milk opposed to a whole milk, and then dessert. Why not frozen yogurt instead of ice cream?
It's just as satisfying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you're just doing slight different alternatives so you can have more without putting on a bulge. Another one would be go for a brisk walk after you're done eating instead of sitting down and letting that all just churn with you. And you know how you feel? Blah.
Yes. Well, and it's so easy to just go to the couch and just blah.
Yeah, and just going for a walk. And another way is when you're preparing the meals, a good thing is don't snack on items that are around the kitchen. It'll help the person who's preparing it, the mom or the dad or whoever it is, just to scale back,
Now, apart from scaling back everything with the I must mention here, you've made a pumpkin pie.
Yes, I brought that in.
And I tested it like this because I didn't have a plate. See, there's the whole piece of the pie.
Well, that actually has the whipped butter in it. It has egg whites. I made the crust out of a whole wheat flour opposed to the regular flour, so it's more nutritious. Each slice is about 2 grams of saturated fat and 2 grams of sugar opposed to 7 grams of saturated fat and probably 10 grams of sugar.
It's delicious.
But that doesn't mean you can have more.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Doesn't mean I can eat the whole pie?
No,
I guess it's all about restraint. That's right. Now, if we're going shopping on Friday, because a lot of people are going to be hitting the malls, you've got some advice for the shoppers as well.
Oh, absolutely. One big thing is, let's say you're going to go holiday shopping. Obviously, park somewhere farther away from the door so you can get a brisk walk going in there or going through the mall. Don't use the elevator. Walk around the mall. Make it a physical activity as you're shopping. Can burn off some of the activities that you didn't do yesterday while you were sitting eating your holiday meal.
If you're watching football on the weekend, you might want to just limit your amount of sitting time to 45 minutes.
Yeah, you know how we just sit there and you start getting into the stand up, maybe move around a little bit, bend down, stretch a little. Just get up a little bit and move around. Every 45 minutes would be good.
Put out healthy snacks instead of just chips.
Right, and it will help the kids more. Put out some carrots, maybe some nuts, and put them where the kids can reach them, so they don't have to reach up. They can reach down and get them, or even soda.
Right.
Stay away from the soda. Go seltzer water, flavored seltzer water. My son drinks it all the time. He doesn't know the difference.
Good.
Yeah.
A little lemon or lime in there.
Absolutely.
Delicious.
Fantastic.
Well, you have a great not too overindulgent Thanksgiving.
And you too.
I will.
And thanks for having me on again.
Oh, our pleasure. I'm glad you came in forwards. It's good to see you. Good to see your face. To contact Mike for more tips or to get his recipe for this low-fat pumpkin pie, which is outstanding, email him at getfit@askmike.net.
Yeah, great.
Hi, I'm Mike Henderson. You're about to see a few samples of the health and fitness segments that I've created. These segments will increase your revenue, ratings, and overall market share. I'll speak more to that at the end of what you're about to see, because right now I'm going to go for a run. So sit back and enjoy. Hi, and welcome to another segment of Simple Fitness with Mike. In my quest to educate you on the simplicity of health and lasting fitness, today's segment will be based on the bicep curl.
Mike has the ability to simplify the education of getting healthy and fit, and he easily conveys his successful technique on camera to his viewers. Segments like the one you are seeing now educate your viewers on how to perform various weightlifting exercises.
Go into a starting position, turn to the side.
Mike's educational adventure takes your viewers out of the exercise environment and into grocery stores. In this segment, he provides tips and ideas on how to shop for healthier alternatives while talking the plain truth about fad diets. Other future segments will take place in restaurants, on picnics, and even at school cafeterias. Mike's slightly comical approach is one of the keys to his success in educating people about health and fitness. Each show educates the beginner to the advanced on how simple it is to become healthy and fit. Mike helps your viewers understand that the simple technique of sweating, eating healthier, and managing your time is the only true way to stay fit for life. While your viewers are watching these segments, they are becoming educated on the correct way to become healthy and fit. They are learning fitness so they can live it.
By eating these essential nutrients. Hi, it's Mike Henderson again, and welcome to another segment of Simple Fitness with Mike. Today we're going to talk about excuses. We don't have any clients coming out today. We're just going to talk direct so you can learn hard and quick of what we're saying.